What's going on, everybody? My name is C2C, and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to do so by clicking the button below. I'm joined today by my good friend Egypt, who I don't believe you've been on the channel yet, have you?
I have not.
Got you.
This would be number one.
Number one for you. Well, it's great to have you, my man. It's nice to have you on, and we'll definitely have to have you in the studio to do a podcast here in the near future. But definitely known you for a while as well. Everybody, make sure to go check out my newest album, The Mushroom Tower. It's on all platforms, so Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. And give it a spin. I think it turned out pretty good. I produced that one with Rob on the beats, who made all the
Okay.
beats. It turned out pretty nice. Would you say?
I said, okay. Okay. It's nice to hear Rob still in it too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got a lot of beats from him that I haven't used yet. So there'll be another project coming out here in the near future. But hope things have been good for you though. We were just talking a little bit before this, how y'all recently went on a cruise, and that's definitely pretty dope. I'm glad to hear that y'all got out and had a fun summer and whatnot. And yeah, I've definitely been getting stuff done around here. I got that fence put up that I was telling y'all about a minute ago. But anyway,
Okay.
we can catch up more about that stuff later. The reason why I have you here on the Cobb today is
Let's
because
go.
I've been listening to these conspiracy podcasts, icebergs, whatever, on YouTube, and I was like, why not start up my own chat, and we'll kind of get into some details about some, but it doesn't have to be as deep of a dive as, let's say, like an iceberg list. But
Okay. Let's get feet wet.
they call you Egypt. So
Okay.
Are you Egyptian?
I am not. I'm Detroitian.
Well, how dare you? No, but I was like, why not then discuss some of the conspiracies that revolve around Egypt, or some of the related topics to that anyway. Which, can you think of any off the top of your head, or
I
you know?
think you picked I think you picked one of the deeper pools, my guy.
Oh, bet.
Um so getting our feet wet is gonna be easy with this one. It should be anyway. The pyramids is the first thing I could go to.
For sure, for sure.
people people think aliens. I mean, that's where the meme comes from, right? Because the dude is talking about aliens built the pyramids.
Aliens. They say everything. They did everything. They built everything and did everything. Actually,
Yeah.
um,
All of it, all of it. They're still doing it all right now. We're aliens and we just haven't
we're
figured it
just,
out yet.
yeah, we're still doing it.
Soon as
Um,
we get to Mars, we'll know we're aliens.
For real. Like with the pyramids, what comes to, so it's more like who made them that comes to mind first? Because there's like, who made them or how they made them, or like uh I guess what they were used for is something that some people also discuss. Uh what would come to your mind with some of those?
Initially, well, they say we don't, uh, because there are questions about how the pyramids were built. There are people who don't believe that they were built by human hands because of, their understanding prevents them from seeing a way that technology could have been used to do such a feat.
Well put. Yep. Yep.
So yeah, um, that's, I guess that's, yeah, initial thoughts there.
What do you think of the function of them? Like
Um,
tombs, storage, like.
so that's my personal understanding is straight up just this is a huge gravesite for one really important dude or woman in Cleopatra's case. Um, but a way for them to be revered for as long as time will allow, but much longer than the people who built it could see into. Um, Now, what conspiracies say? Oh man, it's everything from making ancient music to to giving people superpowers and bringing them back from the dead. So,
Right.
which one do you want?
Well, yeah, like one of my friends puts out the idea that water used to run under like the Great Pyramids, and that would make like something happen in it, like a static electricity, but like something that would, like, with the pressure, would cause like energy or like some kind of pressure or something. If somebody was talking about like the idea of like, well, the pyramids must have been really hard to build and everything, so like the machinery must have been crazy, and it was it was almost like explaining it as though the pyramids were part of like a machine that was
Hmm.
used to build something, but it's like he was almost explaining it like it was used to build other pyramids, but then it's like, wait, then what built that giant machine? But like, I don't know. That is kind of funny. Like the idea that part of one of them could have been used for like a machine or like to, I guess, like the static electricity, if there was enough of it, could have been used to like, I guess, hypothetically levitate stones to build another pyramid. And it's like, but then how did the
Okay.
first one come about? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Why did they build two, basically? Why did they
Yeah.
build one to do what they needed to get done?
Why
And
is that all that's there, I guess? But it just like the pyramids anyway. Was there other stuff too, or was it just pyramids? What do you think about the pyramids being in some other countries too? Does that pique your interest as well?
yeah, I mean, considering with the cruise that just happened, I just got to go to some ruins.
Nice.
It is interesting to say the least. Uh, I'll put it this way. When it comes to beyond my understanding type things from the past, I have a spirituality that I like to pay attention to. Um, and if I'm gonna look at some of the mythical stuff from the past, like the pyramids, in a spiritual light, I could see some things being plausible. The moment we can figure out a way to tap into said spirituality in a way that's like, I guess, more tangible
Hmm.
and, you know, harder to deny. Uh, but for the most part, it very much shows people people are people no matter where they are.
For real, yeah. Yeah, I feel
People
that.
like tall, grandiose stuff for themselves when they have the power to, do it. I mean, and that's what I see there is like, oh, some guys with a whole lot of shiny rocks over here also wanted a big grave.
Right, right. No, I like that. I like that. It's people peopling in a way. Any thoughts on like the gods, like the any of like the I guess their religion or like the way their gods look, being like half animal, half human. Like, have you looked into any of people's theories on that or any theories on that?
I've done a little bit of digging, not much, but I got a small pile set aside, small pile of dirt. And I'm like, there's some from a spiritual standpoint, from an educational standpoint, and just understanding how people have moved forward through time, there's a lot of good stuff there. uh, I love the way they do their gods. They like have answers for so many things that like people lost answers to after their time for a good long time, and then had come back to it and discovered that they knew it at some point. Like I mean, life cycles, just understanding the life cycle to a scientific point of view almost
Yeah,
because of the way that they worship.
right.
But and without that worship, they never would have gotten to that point, you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those break eggs to make an omelet type of situations, which is a really um I'd say fucking small way to put that because let's face it, they were killing people,
Yeah,
sacrifices,
yeah, yeah.
stuff like, stomping on entire civilizations to build their big old pyramid, their giant
Mm-hmm.
steps to nowhere.
Steps to nowhere. I've heard that everything from like their gods could be like an example of demigods or whatever, and they didn't literally look like their animal head artistic counterparts, but I uh I definitely agree with a lot of what you're saying there too. Have you heard about the Baghdad battery?
The Baghdad battery, I don't believe so.
It's like that. It's it's like a two-part thing because it's the physical object was like a metal canister that had like some minerals or something in it, and like they suspect or like what was in it they suspect could have been used to produce like a really small electric charge. And then there's like a carving or hieroglyph of it's like it looks like an eggplant kind of, but it some people think it looks like a light bulb, so they like put the two and two together, and they hypothesized that one of the ways that they were able to like uh, do construction and all that so deep in the pyramids where it's like unable for fire to like be lit and everything, that like they had light bulbs and stuff like that, or potentially had light bulbs or some kind of technology in that way, and this is like evidence of it. I don't really think so per se, but I didn't know if you had heard of that one.
No, this is news. So basically, they found something that might have been able to produce power, but they're not sure if they actually did it.
Yeah, or if it produced very much, um, is
Fair
what
enough.
kind of what the idea. If it, if it did produce any, like, it wouldn't be enough to light a light bulb most likely. But we don't have one from back then, or we don't know exactly what it was used for. I believe, but then yeah,
So,
the art
so they
made it seem like that or something.
so they found like what, like a pot with some some metal in it,
Yeah,
maybe some.
it's like I think it's like a pot, and then it's got like some copper, and then like some other minerals or something in it in like a liquid form, um, like a like a compound or whatever, but or solution.
some some dude 3,000 years ago poured salt water in a pot and then dropped his metal his metal bracelet
He
in
was
there, and then it
cleaning
made his hair.
something in
Yeah.
it.
He starts scrubbing, hair starts standing up. Ah, the gods are
The
speaking.
gods have spoken. I must yeah, I don't even
You
know.
must tell the pharaoh immediately.
Yeah,
That dude's a priest 10 days later.
for real. Like,
High
he told us
priest.
something we don't even understand, so we're going to make him some
He-
form of person in power. Nah, I bet like if you had a good interpretation for a pharaoh's dream back then, like you just came up like Pharaoh had a dream. Oh, I got this crazy interpretation. I think I am about to get going though. I appreciate you for joining me today, and I appreciate all of y'all for joining us. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to subscribe and like. We're gonna be back for some more Conspiracy Cobb here in a few
yeah,
days.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me, man.
Absolutely, sir. You have a good one.